In this video, I'll show you how to arrange objects in Google Slides. Arranging objects in Google Slides is useful when you want to line up images, text boxes, shapes, and icons so your slide looks clean and professional. Google's official Slides help says, the Arrange menu gives you options for order, align, distribute, center on page, rotate, and group. First, open your presentation in Google Slides on your computer and go to the slide where the objects are. Click the object you want to arrange, or hold Shift and select multiple objects if you want to move and align them together. Then click Arrange in the top menu. Google says this is the main place for organizing how objects sit and line up on a slide. If your objects are overlapping, start with Order. This lets you bring an object to the front, send it backward, send it to the back, or bring it forward. This is especially useful when you want text on top of a shape, or an image behind a title box. Google also lists keyboard shortcuts for these actions, like bringing objects forward or sending them backward. Next, use Align when you have multiple objects selected. Google says this helps line up the edges of your objects, which is perfect for making several icons, photos, or text boxes look neat. If you have 3 or more objects, you can also use Distribute to evenly space them apart. That is one of the easiest ways to make a slide look balanced without dragging everything by hand. You can also use Center on Page to place objects exactly in the middle of the slide, either vertically or horizontally. And if you need to change the angle of an object, use Rotate from the same Arrange menu. Google says these options are built right into the object arrangement tools. Another very useful feature is Group. When you select several objects and choose Group, Google says those objects are locked together so they are easier to move and format as one unit. This is helpful when you build something like a label with a shape and text, or a design made from several icons. If you ever need to separate them again, use Ungroup. Google also lists keyboard shortcuts for both grouping and ungrouping. You do not always need the Arrange menu either. Google says Slides supports Snap to Guides by default, so when you drag an object, colored alignment lines appear to help you line things up. You can also turn on Snap to Grid from the View menu if you want even more precise placement. And if you want extra control, you can show the ruler and add guides from the View menu too. If you want to fine-tune placement even more, Google's shortcut list says you can use the arrow keys to nudge an object 1 pixel at a time, or Shift plus arrow keys to move it in larger steps. That is really useful when something is almost in the right place but just needs a tiny adjustment. So the basic process is simple. Select the object or objects, open Arrange, choose Order, Align, Distribute, Center on Page, Rotate, or Group, and use guides or arrow keys for more precise control. That's how to arrange objects in Google Slides. Hope the tutorial was helpful. Subscribe to my channel and see you in the next video.